Okay. This is me doing a mirror dungeon, so I can explain the strategy to do these fast. Oh, I got achievement. What did I get? I don't know. Okay, so I guess first is the team. This is the team I use. You use this guy, this girl, this girl, this girl, this guy, and this guy. You could probably drop Yi Sang for like, no, she'd be better. See Rodian. I just use him because I like him, but yeah, could even drop him for warp, but Heisho packs are better generally. So let me just, whoever I'm not using, we'll put on like a clearly non-rupture ID. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we don't do Ryoshi. Something like this, but really you just need 7 rupture IDs. Heishos are just the best ones. My mirror dungeon is on hard. Okay, I'll change that. And then for the things, I usually take this thing, this thing, and this thing. It just helps with ego gifts, honestly. You can take this one as well if you want, because it gives you the shop +1, but this just gives you a bunch of cost. Never convert Starlight to cost. You want to keep any Starlight. And then here, obviously, just pick the 3 rupture gifts. And then in this, just pick a branch or battery. And then whichever one you didn't pick, just pick that from the free tier 3. Okay, so the first 2 floors we can just do on normal. So you want a good floor. I'm gonna refresh it. Kind of wanted like gamblers, so this isn't that good, but this is probably the best. So forgotten. Does it not show you enemies here? Damn. You have to fight Doomsday Clock. That kind of sucks. Outcast is fine. Faith and Erosion, you have to fight Inquisitors. The like serpent guys at the end, you really don't want that one. This one's okay. The problem with this is everything is blunt fatal, and the Rupture team has only 1 blunt ID, and it's Don Quixote. And then obviously you don't pick the Unloving, so I think here we'll just go Outcast because it has the thing. And then I picked Battery, right? So yeah, pick Branch. Just don't pick Death Seeker, you don't need it. And then obviously just pick all the question marks. Yeah, this is fine. Zippo Lighter is easy and free to get usually. Just don't roll 3 tails. Thank you. Some events, you can just skip them. Like, they really just aren't worth it. So the order of your team doesn't matter that much. The only thing is whoever is second is who Honglu will give assist attacks. So it should usually just be done. Because your fights are going to go so fast that Rodian won't stack Poise and Heathcliff won't stack Game Foul. Faust don't have haste, so usually it's best like this. Also, I just realized I'm missing a Heisho. I'll fix that. I'll put Ring for now. Pretend I did not fuck that up and forgot how to count, but I did. It's not that bad. It's floor 1. I might just take 1 extra turn sometimes. I don't know why Steam just popped up and got out of the way. Now I drag my skills manually. It's just to avoid skill 3s. Because it makes things go faster. Honglu just rolled 4 tails in a row. I saw him over there. Good job, Honglu. Really proud of you. Hey, Ring's not that bad. He already just killed that guy. Maybe make it go faster. Even if it's neutral or favored, just like take it. If you lose, don't give a fuck. You get a bunch of sanity for killing enemies, and there's a bunch of events that you can. Not a bunch, there's a few events. You can lose them on purpose, and they give you a massive sanity boost. Or there's some events that just give you a massive sanity boost. So if you get really fucked, you can just use one of those events. And then easy question marks. This is a good gift. We do want this one. And then here, oh, this is also really good. It also gives you some sanity. And then, well, you're not usually gonna do this, but we will have to go to the team editor and just put 1 more Rupture ID. I'll just put Wu Sang. I'm sorry if ever taking you off. And now here, just keyword refresh rupture. Talisman bundle is good. So one thing also, you want to make all of the fusion gifts. So you want this one and Enrapturing Trance. So we can actually get Enrapturing Trance right now if we just get the tier 2 Rupture Thorns thing. So I'm going to keyword refresh Rupture again. Bone Stake is one of the fusion materials and we can do a free refresh, and we didn't get it. So if you can get it for 1, that's really nice. If you don't though, just fully upgrade the branch. Actually, to make it even faster, because I don't need Zippo Lighter, you should keep Bone Stake because you need it for one of them, and you don't need these. They don't really do anything. Talisman Bundle is a really good max upgrade for a tier 1 because like all of your skills are slash. So this like guarantees. I didn't put Yuseng on the team. Okay. You know, this isn't meant to be optimal. I'm just explaining what you should do. So honestly, this boss is such a fucking joke. Does it matter? She's just gonna die anyway. If you're fighting this one, just target the apple with everything. It breaks, and then now everything is fatal because it counts as being staggered. Yeah, it's just gonna die. Literally died. And I think it would have died in one attack. I think Hong Lu would have killed it solo with that skill. So Outcast is a good first node. Gamblers is also really good. And then always pick, I mean, like just don't pick the Ego Resource, you don't need it. And then here we'll just pick that because it's tier 3. And then you already know this, you're just looking for Hell's Chicken. And then only 2 question marks is a little bit sad. There's a chance you miss it, but it's extremely unlikely you miss this. One thing, if you do miss this event, like you just get unlucky and don't get it, you can actually find this gift in the shop. So to give yourself another chance, you can just use tier 3s. Also pick this one always. It's no check, you get a tier 3. Yeah, so you can find the chicken breast in the shop, or you can fuse it as long as you're in this theme pack. So that's a thing you can do to make it faster. Or not faster, a thing you can do if you get unlucky. And then once again, we're just dodging skill 3s because their animations are too long. Especially on this team. If you do Hong Lu skill 3, you're going to have to sit through 3 really long skill 3 animations. You should probably run someone other than Wu-Sang, to be honest, because he aura farms a shit ton on all his skills. He does a bunch of twirls with his Guando, or whatever it is. He's pole arm. Same with Hong Lu. He does that little pause, and he does a pause between each hit. Don does all the flips. The CIDs are pretty fast. You can run C. Gregor as well for like animation speed, but you're a bit too deep into optimization at that point. It's not that serious. You might save 1 minute maybe over the course of a few mirror dungeons. So really just use what you have. Honestly, if you want to ditch some HOs, 7 Heathcliff, 7 Faust are pretty good. They have pretty fast animations. Sankamerso is not the best Rupture ID. He's fine, but it's like he's more of a Poise ID than a Rupture ID. But his animations are pretty fast, so by the time you get like all your Rupture gifts, he'll help. But like the main strength of this team is they clear floor 1 and 2 insanely fast, and then you kind of do need this team to be able to one-turn Sign of Roses. So now obviously Alt Revolver is very good, so we're gonna buy that, and then we're just trying to fuse the thing. So try and keep this if you can, the chicken breast, because we're gonna make the other thing, Glimpse of Flames, as well. So no first try throw, but that's fine. I do want to keep a lot of this, so we're just gonna buy a tier 2, and then 2, 2, 2, and then I usually wish make here just because it's guaranteed. It's a 1% chance to miss it, so it's very unlikely. Now the problem here is you want to sell stuff, so we kind of have to sell this. There's nothing else to really sell, and then I'm gonna sell Revolver. So the reason we're keeping Revolver also is to make Ruin. but we can't make it right now because we don't have Shard of the Apocalypse, and we're closer to Trance. So I'd rather sell Revolver than the max upgraded Talisman bundle because it's easy to find again. You do want the thing, Ruin and Trance. For what they do, I guess. It doesn't matter that much. Oh, you can't even read them here. Ruin has two effects. One, it's a stronger Thunder Branch, so that's three effects, and I guess stronger Thunder Branch, stronger Bone Stake, and the reason that's important is the boss we're gonna fight on floor 3. If you don't one turn it, gets like 700 shield, so Bone Stake just kills her. And then it also has this very useful effect of if you somehow run out of Rupture count, it starts eating potency instead of count, which you'd much rather prefer because it's just easier and nicer to. You don't drop all your potency, you drop like 10, which is obviously better than dropping all of it. It's my phone bust. And then, I mean, I don't have to explain. This boss just hit everything once. If they don't die to just getting hit by this team because they have like 0 health, they'll die to. What is it called? Thrill? Yeah, Thrill. Good job, Yiseng. Okay, well that's unfortunate. That guy might live. Though that was a misplay on me. You should lose this like 5 seconds. You should offset those evades just to not have that happen. Or just use a stronger skill. I use skill 1. And then, okay, so you should pick this, but I always gamble. And it always pays off. It always pays off. So for these choices, you just want to pick whatever gives them the least health. You just don't want enemies to have health. So now at this point, you can stay on normal. This is the node you're looking for in Floor 3. It's called Hatred and Despair. You can switch to Hard if you want, just to get more gifts, because this boss is going to die anyway in 1 turn. In fact, if I switch to Hard, is she still there? No, it changes. Okay, so I'm going to just keep on easy. And so we pick Hatred and Despair, because it's a question mark node that gives you free gift tier 2, and then there's another one that can give you a tier 3. Yeah, if you get these girls. Either of these actually, I believe, give you a tier 3, but I just picked this one because I think the other one has a downside. Yeah, so now we're here. And so if we look at recipes again, we need this tier 2 to make Enrapturing Trance. And we need that other tier 2 to make Shard of Ruin to make the other thing. Oh, there we go, Thorny Rokas. So now you can make this thing. So it's this, this, and this. Yep, Trance. So what this one does, 5 potency on hit, so this is just the upgraded battery effect, it doesn't have to be an envy skill, and then, oh, this one has the effect, yeah. If your count would drop, it uses potency instead, and then if a target has less than 3 count, you get 1 more count when getting hit, so more count, shit ton of potency, and you won't drop your count randomly, so it's very nice in that way. It's kind of a bad run so far, to be honest. Not that many good gifts, so we can't really fuse anything. Normally at this point, if you've gotten a decent run, you can also fuse Ruin, but we can't, so we just won't. It's probably fine. This boss might take 2 turns instead of 1, just because of that, but I doubt it. Well, it depends on skills as well. If Honglu gets skill 3, then we're fine. Well, he didn't. Skill 2 is good enough. And then here I also just target manually, because sometimes it's stupid and I don't want to deal with that. Oh wow, this is really bad skills, because they both got skill 1. Okay, it might take 2 turns. Though, I'm usually doing hard, so she has less health than she otherwise would. I think we're fine. We should be fine, actually, yeah, because she's going to take 1,000 damage from Thrill. You only need to do like 300. Yeah, no. This is a 1 turn. Oh, and she's staggered already. Wow, she really has way less health. I'm usually doing Mirror Dungeon hards. I don't grind Mirror Dungeon normals anymore. So I did not know she had this much less health in easy. Yeah, she's super dead. Goodbye. And then by boom. Okay, so that's one turn, floor 3, which is probably way faster than any other node that you could ever choose in floor 3. Gamble always pays off. And now least health, so one of these two, so just pick the higher tier one. Now at this point you should switch. You have to switch the dungeon to hard, and I'm just gonna refresh for it. Didn't get it. You can just pack search for it. You want to pick this Madness line 2. It has the big infinity symbol. I mean, you'll see why. It's pretty obvious why. So you go here, you get some gifts. This doesn't really matter. Just don't take the fight, obviously. This boss is a little difficult to one turn. You need either a good skill lineup on turn 1 or a lot of gifts. So you need to have like Glimpse of Flames as well, or all 3 Rupture tier 4s is usually enough. But we'll see, because I don't have all 3 Rupture tier 4s right now, obviously, because I am missing. There's the Revolver. We still need Shard of the Apocalypse to be able to get it. Should not show up. We can try and fuse for it, but it's kind of hard to fuse for tier 2s. So we don't need this, or this. That's a tier 3. We can buy a random tier 1. It's not as... Oh no, I can't afford any. So we can sell this. Yeah, this is a bit of a weird run, the way I'm getting this. We can buy this and then fuse for a Rupture tier 2. So you don't want to fuse the tier 2 you have into it, because you want it to stay out of the pool, because you can't fuse a gift you already have. And I'll Wishmake just to try and get lucky. Nope, Umbrella. Yeah, that was the miss. I mean, not much to be done then. Nothing you can really do about that. I guess we can do this. Not Rupture, not Rupture, not Rupture. Burn. Can do these. These don't do anything for me, so we can just try and get Glimpse of Flames. I mean, it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. We'll see if we can one-turn the boss still. We might not be able to. Yeah, nothing to change about the lineup. It's best to just keep Dawn there, because she has a 4-coin skill 3. So she triggers Rupture the most. These two do as well, but the problem is the attack rate makes them split it sometimes in ways you don't want to. So for this one, you actually do want to target both body parts a little, because you want the Thrill to trigger on both body parts. Because if you have 99 potency and 10 count on one, Thrill's damage is already capped. So you might as well get some on the rest. So it's not like I don't know, you could do the math on how to properly split it. It's not that serious. You should put so much Rupture that like just kind of drag skills around and you'll get it. Like this one Faust skill 3, he has 31 Rupture. It's pretty good. See how much Yi-Sang can put. Not a lot of count there, but that's because the chicken breast kind of only triggered on the other thing. So this is where the thing is useful, because I don't drop any count. It dies on one turn. That was a good turn. So, and then boom, he explodes. And that's it. That's 4-4 done in one turn. And then obviously we gamble again. Splendid. This doesn't matter, just choose least health. So this gives no health, so you pick that, and the rest of these are 10. So we can pick this one, because base power is not defense level. So we'll do a little bit more damage. And they're not winning clashes, but it's just not happening. And for this one now, so we're gonna roll again. Didn't get it. Never. So you're looking for railway nodes, but if you don't want to refresh, like any railway is okay, but you really want line 1. This one is so easy. The rest of them are pretty annoying. This one is like so free. So just pick line 1. It's not as free. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but it's still free. Also, this guy I just skip him because I don't care about the gift, and it takes 30 sanity. Same with this guy. You can just skip him. They don't give you anything worthwhile. So I mean, I can try one more time to get Shadow of the Apocalypse here. Just show thrill. There we go. So this works a little bit weird. So what you have to do is you have to fuse Bone Stake and Shard to get the statue, and then you have to fuse statue, Thunder Branch, and Revolver. So what this does, Rupture instantly annihilates all shields. People with Rupture lose offense and defense level. Not that relevant, but we take it. And when you inflict Rupture with enemies who have Rupture, put more. And you also get point power +1. This one just helps to not lose clashes at this point, though you probably won't anyway. And now, because we're here anyway, we can also fuse the other thing we want. I'm going to wish make it Glimpse of Flames. And we can enhance Glimpse. And you also want to enhance this one. This gift makes Heathcliff and Sinclair put so much burn that they will solo put enough burn to do like 300 free damage, maybe, from Glimpse of Flames. So honestly, that was inefficient. At this point, if you're in the run, just skip that shop. You don't need it. If you could one turn Sign of Roses, you're fine. But I just wanted to show all the stuff you should be going for. Because if you're very lucky, you could get Enrapturing Trance, Thrill, and the other one in like floor 3. And if you can do that, that's very good. Here I just clash everything because this guy will drain all your sanity if you don't. You know how Bloodring Toad is. He puts like 500 sinking on hit. Though if you want, you can just unopposed attack one body part and like mutilate it. He'll die. Like he's always going to die. He does not have anywhere near enough health to survive this. And you can see here, they put a lot of burn. 13 by 8 burn from one Heathcliff skill. So that's going to do like 100 burn damage. And then we still have Sinclair, I think, at the end. Yeah. So he'll put some more burn. So it's just free damage if you can get that. And it protects you from bad luck, basically. So if you're lucky on like everything, like you just get the best skill rotation all the time, and you're rolling all heads, then really Thrill is enough, always. But getting the rest of these gifts is just... Don't you love Toad? Don't you love Toad? She has minus 31 sanity. Getting all these gifts is just insurance that if you do get unlucky, they make up that difference, and you'll just win anyway. So also, we're saving skill 3s here. You will probably actually need them for the final fight. This is going to be 3 fights in a row, but they all get 1 turn, so it takes 3 turns. It's very fast. They're all jokes. This one you do kind of need it. He doesn't have multiple body parts to like trigger effects multiple times, so having this additional burn damage is actually somewhat useful. We might still not 1-turn him. I might have had to use a skill 3 here, but I'm stubborn. We'll see. Depends how much burn and rupture Sinclair can put. Ah, yeah, okay. If I just used one better skill, he would have died. You can win right here because Honglu will kill him. So, I mean, I lost like 5 more seconds. It's not that big of a deal. But, you know, if you have to use 1 or 2 skill 3s there, just do. And then this guy. So this boss has a bunch of gimmicks. You have to do a bunch of stuff. He has like infinite protection. And you have to kill all his guys, but they fully heal every turn. And once they're all dead, then you can hurt him. But we're just going to ignore that because Rupture is true damage. So I actually just don't care that he has protection. And we're just going to kill him. That's the plan. You just kill him. He has multiple body parts, so it is possible to 1-turn. And he has a shit ton of health, which is why we save the skill 3s. Because even through 10 protection, to be honest, some of them can do damage. Like Don's bonus damage, or like Sinclair's fixed damage on skill 3s, same with Heathcliff. So he's still 66 damage, and like some of it's rupture, but like it's still pretty good. And Yi Sang's in particular is good to save for, well, I forgot what the effect is called. Concussion? Concussion, yeah. Get the bonus damage. I think we might not one-turn him. Hong Lu's skill 3 is kind of the thing you really need to one-turn him. Also kind of fucked up the targeting. Yeah. You can one-turn him though, I've done it. I don't know. This run was not the best, both performed and like RNG wise. Yeah, he barely lives. It doesn't matter though. He can. Yeah, damage is not targeting, right? Hong Lu skill 3. If you get this, it'll be enough because it has effectively 7 coins. Because you get the skill 3, then you get Dawn, and then you get the upgraded. Another thing here I didn't do correctly is you can use your Heisho defensive skills against the frog because he's a bum, right? You're gonna kill him no matter what. So you can use it there just so like Faust has haste, Yi Sang has Strider Wu, they have Blood Flame, and then you can use enhanced skill 3s. So you can use like Ascendant, Heisho, Ars, Cloud Splitting Manifestation, which also really helps. So if you use Mao Faust properly and use Honglu properly, that's a turn 1, and yeah, it's done. So I don't know how long that took. The recording says 26 minutes, but I started earlier than I actually did the dungeon. So I'm gonna say 23 minutes. And that was not a very lucky or well performed mirror dungeon. But that's how you can make it go significantly faster. Floor 4 and 5 usually take forever because of multiple waves and stuff. Fuck that. We did lose a lot of Starlight. You don't always have to, because you won't always have to pack search that many times if you get lucky. And also I spent a lot in the beginning and I didn't have the loadout bonus. But honestly, you won't lose that much, and there are ways, if you're just a little less optimal, to go Starlight positive in these runs and lose like 4 minutes maybe. So it's not that big of a deal, the Starlight. I don't know how much you have, but you probably have enough to do these like a bunch of times. And yeah, you do that, you get your levels. You can also go claim the daily bonuses, and then go claim or do these. And then do a little bit of this. And yeah, do all that, you'll get like 12 boxes for, well, the first run a day will give you 12 boxes. You do one run a day, you get 12. And then you get, because you get 3 levels, you'll get 9 more for every run after. So if, I'm trying to remember the math here. I believe if you do 1 mirror dungeon a day, we can just do the math together right now. So how many boxes was it? 12 a day? So 12 a day, 12 times 6, 72 boxes, and then the weekly you do will give you 75 boxes. So we can say you get 150 boxes a week. So you get around 300 shard a week if you just do a mirror dungeon a day, assuming you get mirror dungeon hard. So if you're thinking about grinding, you don't have to grind that insanely hard to keep pace, because there's usually an ID every 1-2 weeks. So if you just do a mirror dungeon a day, you'll just get every new unit. And then if you do any more than that, you can accelerate yourself, and that's how you get everything like I did. Well, I didn't get all the egos. I'm working on that. I'm sitting on I'm sitting on a lot of boxes. I have a lot of boxes I'm just sitting on. And I'm working my way through it. But yeah, that's how you do Mirror Dungeon fast. Another thing, when you get Mirror Dungeon hard, literally do that exact same strategy. Like nothing changes. It's just that maybe the floor 3 will take 2 turns instead of 1. And like that's it. You still just kill Sign of Roses in 1 turn, and at the end you make sure you get Railway 1. And you're done. Mirror Dungeon's very easy. Enjoy this while you can. They're gonna change Mirror Dungeon in Kanto 9. They change it every Kanto. But they don't change it immediately, so this strategy is relevant until like February or March maybe.